You guys asked for it, and here it finally is. Hello and welcome back to another video, my fellow commandants. I'm Mimic, and today we're going to be talking about the combat unit boosters, aka CUBs. We'll be going over everything you need to know, including ranking up, material costs, and more. So if you enjoy these type of videos, let me know by dropping a like and subscribe and hitting that notification bell to be notified of whenever I drop a new video. On to the guide. First, let's talk about what CUBs are. You can honestly consider these guys the pets of PGR. Now, CUBs do a multitude of things, including providing bits of chip damage, buffs, debuffs, crowd control. Basically, they provide quality of life. To activate CUBs, you will have to have pinged a certain amount of times, and then you can activate the CUB skill. Now, there are essentially two types of CUBs. We have the A rank CUBs, which are just the run-of-the-mill. Slap them on a character and call it a day. And then you have the S rank CUBs, aka signature CUBs. Now these CUBs have character-specific buffs, so typically you will want to run them with the character they are designed for. Now let's talk about how you obtain said CUBs. Much like pulling a weapon or character, you get CUBs from the very specific CUB target banner in the gacha system. Now you can use CUB tickets or exchange black cards for CUB tickets to get the CUB of your choice. The banner has a pity of 20 and it carries between all CUBs. So if you happen to change your mind 9 pulls in, you absolutely can. Now, before you go on and dupe a CUB to obtain more copies, let me introduce you to Norman Revival Plan. Damn, I made that sound like an ad. Norman Revival Plan is an endgame mode that I've already made a guide for in the past. But quick rundown anyway, by clearing zones in Norman, you can obtain rewards that include Tantalum Ore and CUB tickets. Now, CUB tickets are self-explanatory, but the ore can be exchanged for CUB shards, much like Pancake Scars. There will be a total of 60 shards available in the shop. It will take 30 shards to convert into a full-blown CUB, and it takes 2 copies of a CUB to go from S to SS. Now, I will admit Norman is a real grind, like super slow, especially for new players since they won't have full teams to clear the hardest difficulties. However, I recommend players make friends with a whale so they can borrow a super strong character to make things a bit easier. Now, if you do happen to skip doing Norman, because you really don't want to grind that long, how much is it going to cost to rank a CUB to each level? As I stated earlier, from S to SS is 2 copies, assuming you hit max pity, which will be a total of 15,000 CUB tickets or black cards. From SS to SS is 3 copies, taking your total cost up to 30,000 CUB tickets or BC. And finally, SS to SS Plus is going to be 6 more copies on top of all of that, totaling your cost up to 60,000 CUB tickets or black cards. In total, if you hit pity every single time. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, in my opinion, you can 100% leave your CUB at base S and be just fine. You don't need to dupe it unless you really want to. There are better things to spend your resources on, like characters and weapons. The reason you may want to rank them up is to get all the damage buffs, but you're only going to do that if you're a meta player anyway. Now, a pretty safe stopping point if you are a meta player and a whale is SS, simply because you can get all the important buffs you need from having that. So now let's go over how much it's going to cost you and what you need to level up your CUB. To start, it's going to cost you 13 integrated CUB XP larges and 111,500 cogs to level up the CUB to max level, and you will need 192 support overclock bundle smalls and 64 support overclock bundle larges. Overall, not too bad. It's at skills where things can vary and prices may change depending on what you do level up and don't. Each skill will cost 80,000 cogs and 240 support skill components to level all the way to max. Now, on the average, if you only have a base S rank and only level up the 3 most important skills, it will cost you 240,000 cogs and 720 support skill components. If you decide to max out all the skills out on the CUB, it'll cost you 480,000 cogs and 1,440 support skill components. So as you will see, there are a total of 6 skills, and initially you only have 3 skill slots, and have to unlock the rest by ranking them up, with each rank giving 1 more additional slot. Now the top skill will have 2 different variants, however it costs the same as leveling 1 skill. Now this skill will have a damage variant and a quality of life variant. 100% of the time you want to choose the quality of life version because it debuffs enemies or gives crowd control, pulls enemies in, you get the idea. Now if you're wondering why I'm so adamant about this, it's because the skill is honestly super helpful and the damage skill doesn't provide enough damage for it to be as high of a priority. Now on to the active skills. By clicking the bottom skill slots, you will have a pop-up of skills to choose from. So, what skills here are the top priorities? If you only have base S rank, you will have 2 skill slots available, and in those slots you will choose the unique skill that does a joint attack with a respective character and grants a huge buff to something in their kit. And the second skill is going to be the skill that increases the carrier's elemental damage. These 2 skills are going to be the most important skills you can select specifically. Now if you have double S, your third skill slot is going to be the active skill that grants the carrier extra damage bonus. If you have a triple S CUB, your next skill that you should prioritize is going to be the skill that increases the carrier's flat attack. And finally, with triple S plus, you get all of the skills. Well everyone, that's going to do it for this guide. Truth be told, I was surprised at how many people asked for the guide on CUBs, and it was something I was originally pretty hesitant to make a video on. So I'm glad to see the community was so supportive of the idea. With that said, if you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, click the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified of whenever I drop a new video. I have a Discord where you can ask me any questions about PGR or other veteran players, or just chat with your fellow players. With that everyone, take care and I'll see you on the next one.